Wow, this looks pretty good for something I just made up. These are stir-fried noodles with prawns and lots of veggies. It's a very easy recipe and I know you would like it. So for this recipe, all you have to do is stay tuned to the following video. How I decide what the menu for the day is based on what I have lying at home and at hand. Today I have prawns and I've deveined it and I've separated the shell, and I've got some fresh mushrooms, some bean sprouts, some bird's eye chili, lime leaves, lemongrass, celery, spring onions, cabbage, peanuts, and made a sauce as well. Plus I have these broken up noodles which I'm going to be using today in a recipe that I haven't thought of, but that is a challenge to me and that's exactly what I'm going to do, and I want you to stay tuned. These are the shells, and there's some head pieces, some tail pieces. What I'm going to do is add some water to this and boil it down to a stock. Never throw out the shells and the head pieces because they make a lovely stock. I'm going to add oil into a pot, and in the oil I'm going to saute 2 bird's eye chilies, 2 green chilies, a teaspoon of lemongrass, half a teaspoon of lime leaves, a tablespoon of the white part of the spring onions, a teaspoon of celery cut up. That's optional but it really adds a great taste. A teaspoon each of ginger and garlic chopped. And there you go. Put them all in together. This is a slightly longer video than I do normally. I'd like it that way so you can actually see what's going on. Saute this is going to start smelling really good. For me, the combination of ginger, garlic, bird's eye chili, spring onions, lemongrass, lime leaves is magical, and it just reminds me of the street food in Bangkok. I'm going to be adding 4 or 5 pieces of fresh mushrooms to this, and it's going to leave a little bit of water, so I'm going to be patient till the water dries. Next up is prawns. I just wanted to show you, not only have I cleaned it and deveined it, but I've also cut it in the middle and flattened it so it looks like a butterfly. Now you can make it in any shape. I like to leave the tail intact. Next up, I'm going to put this in once the mushrooms have left its water and dried. Prawns cook very fast, so it's just going to be quickly fried and removed. I'll add the rest of the ingredients and then re-add the prawns. Do not cook the prawns too much or else you're in trouble. Alright, there you go. And actually adding it all. I'm cooking all of this on medium heat, not on very high flame or very low, because I'm using a Dutch oven today, and Dutch ovens retain a lot of heat. Wow, this is nearly done. Another couple of, not even, maybe 1 minute, and I'm going to remove this. As soon as the prawns curl, you know that it's cooked and it's time to turn off the fire or remove them. So, let me show you. This one is curled already. I've removed them. There are 10 to 12 pieces of prawns. These are medium in size. These are sauteed peanuts. What I've done is I've roasted them and I've sauteed them in a little bit of oil and chili. So I'm going to add that to the mix. And here is my, hope you can see. Mix that really well. And just a little bit of the noodles. I don't want to add too much. The noodles at this point are going to absorb all the deliciousness. Alongside that, I'm going to add the sauce. Now I've added 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of chili garlic, and 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. I've also added a teaspoon of sugar. Basically, I've taken about 2 cups of noodles and added that to the mix. This I felt the soy sauce content was a little low, so I'm adding another tablespoon. You know, you can add chili, garlic, soy sauce, sesame oil, rice vinegar, whatever you like. Here's a cup of cabbage that I've sliced thinly, and here is also a cup of bean sprout. I'm going to mix this in really well. I have half a cup of corn. This is sweet corn and I love it. I'm going to add that into the mix, and this is really smelling good. Now you can see the prawn stock has decreased. I'm just going to add a little bit of that right now to give this a wet consistency. Normally what I do is I char the head and tail of the prawns and then I make a stock, but today I did not have the time. Some green spring onions and some basil go in right now, and I also have some coriander which is going to go in now. I've left a little for later for garnishing, and there's lemon juice. These days, thank God, we're getting better lemons than the dried up lemons that you were getting in the market. You can top this up with a little bit of blended sesame oil and throw back the prawns into the mix. I'm going to fry 2 eggs in this fry pan, and these eggs are going to go on top of the noodles. I really like crispy eggs, but that's up to you what kind of eggs you want to do. Okay, this is ready, and there's really no method to what I do. I just do whatever comes to my mind because that's how I am built. That's how I am. I don't necessarily follow recipes, but then I keep asking you to follow this. But this is just to give you an idea as to how you can come up with simple dishes with everything that's lying at home. I'm just going to garnish this with a little bit of basil, which to me is the most beautiful herb ever, and some coriander, some of the peanut that I had talked about, sauteed peanut, basically roasted, crushed and sauteed in oil, and serve this with this nice juicy lemon. The spring onions, how could I forget those? And I really like a good sprinkle of red chili flakes. Okay, so this is ready, folks, and I don't know what to call this, but I'll come up with a name. I just want you to know that this happened in front of you, and I'm so grateful you were here to see me cook. I'm not feeling that great, but the love of cooking makes me want to just get up and create something and always share it with you, because I honestly believe when you share something, you get so much more in return. Thank you for watching, and please let me know what you think of this special recipe.